What's happening, everybody? Anthony on Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film with a PRLostGalaxy 2014 retro review on the 2017 movie Interactive Megazord from the 2017 Power Rangers film. And I know that if I had done this a few years earlier, but hey, 2024, finally doing a review on it. Well, this review ain't going to be for long, but as planned, after my Legacy Ninja Megazord review is a review on just this one piece Megazord and some of the features it has. Now, I've had this Interactive Megazord for a while, since I got it off of eBay back in 2021. I was planning to use it as a repurposed evil Megazord for a Power Rangers fan film, but that film unfortunately has been scrapped in favor of something else. But I was going to use this Megazord for that project, but you know, and even though it is the 2017 movie Megazord that, you know, not a lot of Power Ranger fans like because of, you know, verbatim with its design aesthetic being very Pacific Rim inspired, meets some Michael Bay Transformers looking thing, and luckily that kind of thing finally got a toy, like officially. You know, if it was some fan-made thing, I could see that, because knowing its aesthetic and how it's been built, it's like that. Because the 2017 movie Megazord is mixed for me overall design-wise. I mean, I wish that even when I saw the movie, it could have had like more color to it, colors reminiscent of the Rangers enough, instead of just being a pale black and silver looking alien giant robot, reminiscent of a Jaeger from Pacific Rim. And yeah, I mean, looking at this now in retrospect, you know, 7 years since Power Rangers 2017 later, and this is not a bad toy. You know, it's something that kids would get a kick out of if they really, you know, and but for diehard fans, and as much as I know how a lot of fans love this movie, but despite the aesthetics are very unpleasing because of the choices they made with the film in itself and whatnot, it still was a decent, you know, toy to have, because honestly, I was supposed to initially review this back in 2017 after I got the individual Zords to form the more giant version of this Megazord, because yeah, looking back on that review from back in the day, it took a lot out of me to, you know, to film that and then compare all of the Megazords I've had from Bandai's Power Rangers toys from over the decades, including the Megazords I still have at this moment in time. And you know, honestly, I could have compared this Megazord with the much bigger size one when you got all the Zords individually built together. But man, that was a overly priced monstrosity on Bandai America's part. But hey, it was back in the day. What can you do? So, features in terms of, you know, now I don't have the individual little Rangers that go inside certain parts of them, because due to the fact this is a pre-owned toy, you know, not everything's going to come in place. So if you had this completely brand new, the Rangers would be in each of the body parts, like let's say Black Ranger in this leg, or the Pink Ranger in this arm, Red Ranger will be in this arm, Yellow of course will be right where her Saber-Tooth Tiger Zord is built, even though when I still have the individual Battle Zords though, but that's where those little Ranger figures would be in here. Plus, in terms of the features on the arms, yes, you can also press this button to make it look like it was rapidly shooting, you know, laser fire or gunfire from the gauntlet from the Saber-Tooth Tiger's backpack from the movie. This would have the sword, because if you hit this lever here, the little knife that the Megazord would use to stab Goldar in the movie, that's also in this arm, so you have that feature. As for the wings, there's the back lever here to open up the wings, and then they magically pop open. You have that, and you can also see a little bit of a reflection of me through this little mirror. And yeah, I'm wearing a Spider-Man shirt, so anything fits fine with the reflection. Now, there is a pro I do have about the 2017 movie Interactive Megazord toy. while the painting on this for its time is basic, but I do like that it, you know, the mirror part of it is a see-through. You can even see my face through that mirror and the camera. I do like how tall it is. It feels like a, if I had a ruler right now, I would see how it would be measured up. It's probably about like 16-inch figure. Even though this Megazord doesn't have a lot of articulation, but there's no leg movement you can do with this because it's a very, you know, non-posable toy. The only thing that's articulative is the arms and the head. That's it. The head can turn around, and that's about it. But it can't turn that much because, given how this toy is made and how it was made at the time. And then this button would be for, okay, the lights and sound switch will be underneath the Megazord's armpit right here. So let's turn that on. And there's some light and sound. Let's go ahead and hear some of the lights and sounds that's on this thing that's present, because when I first got this, when I got this pre-owned on eBay, I thought the lights and sound would not work, but guess what? It does. It's just that it's missing the Ranger piece, you know, the Ranger figures that go with this, but actually I don't need it. I just wanted the Megazord because, you know, honestly, even from the product images and the rendering, this looked pretty cool in the rendering product-wise, but when you get the actual toy, it has a lot to be left desired. While it's still all right, I mean, for what it is, even though not everybody is a fan of this movie design of the Megazord, but this would be a good kick to use for an evil Megazord if you're going to do some type of Power Ranger stop motion video or something, or do some Power Ranger multiverse video if you're interested, where 2017 Rangers would meet Rangers from the Prime universe or something. That's that sort of thing. All right. Anyway, so let's press this button. This button would do more of the lights and sounds. And that would be the sound of it powering up. And and also lights underneath the feet. So you have that.
Let's swing a right hook at it.
Well, no, that's the knife, but close enough from a hook.
Let's swing a right hook at it.
Yeah, I wish it did more lights and sound, but this is all it had because, you know, that's pretty much it for the lights. And that's the sound for when you turn off the Megazord, that little power down sound when you turn the switch. So when you do this, when you turn the switch, that's when you have it to do any other sound. But you have the switch upward, that's like the demo, and then the mid switch. The mid switch would just be just basically turn it off. So this review was, going to be quick and simple to the point because, if you have this as a Power Rangers fan and a collector, go for it. If you're a fan of the 2017 movie, I highly recommend this thing. But I know most casual people won't probably, be interested. But plus, if you're also a Power Rangers collector and you're also into customizing toys, I think I would love to see everybody to do modern day customs of this thing, because with all of this gray and silver to this thing, I wish it had more color. Make it pop just like the original Megazord in some ways, because I wish it did more than what it actually did. Plus, look at the size difference between a few Megazords. Give me a moment. Now, compare this movie Megazord with my legacy Megazords from MMPR, Dragon Zord, and Ninja Megazord, respectively. These legacy Megazords are fine, but yeah, from the height difference, this does not stand a chance against this thing, because Well, at least this is a more appropriate sized deluxe Megazord than that 5-in-1 combining Megazord that this movie had in its line of toys back in 2017. But man, when you scaled this Megazord with these legacy Megazords or any old vintage Power Ranger Zord in comparison, man, they just feel like wimps compared to this giant Goliath of a 2017 movie Megazord or Goldar even. And I've said some wording like this when I did that 5-in-1 combining Megazord review back in the day. But yeah, so that's just my comparison. And this was a quick review to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And it was simple and quick to the point. I wish I would do reviews like this a little bit more often and not, you know, brag on and on like I do. And, you know, in my 12 years of doing Power Ranger reviews and stuff on this channel and whatnot. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching this review. And I'll see you guys next time.